I just wonder whether you would acknowledge you have got things wrong over the last decade in Daimler as well, particularly thinking of the billions and billions of euros stroke dollars that you poured into the tie-up with Chrysler, which of course turned out to be an utter disaster.
Well, in hindsight, it's relatively easy to come to this conclusion. I myself made the decision to separate the two companies and go.
Sure, but you'd been instrumental in the decision to do the tie-up in the first place.
I don't want to hide in any form. I just said, in hindsight, it's very obvious that it was not something which created value. At that time, there was a board where I was a member of, not leading it, but a member of, which decided to join forces with a company which at that time seemed to be strong. When I went over there, we got quite a significant revival with setbacks, but when I saw that there were no firewalls at Daimler Chrysler against any risks in Chrysler whatsoever, and I saw the upside potential and the downside risk, there was only one decision for me: to split it immediately, and the risk applied shortly after, and the company went Chapter 11. It would have been a Chapter 11 for Daimler Chrysler.
What did it cost? Some have said $30 billion US dollars. Is that about right?
I mean, it's obvious that the merger created a delusion for the Daimler shareholders, so that a higher number of shareholders was left after selling off Chrysler with the same company.
30 billion, roughly, the loss?
I haven't made a calculation, but it was a substantial number for sure.
Well, that sure is substantial. You see, I'm getting, in a way, that's history, but what I'm getting to is another element of the German economic model, because it seems to me that in many countries, having overseen such a terrible corporate failure, there would have been a desire to sweep away a whole generation of top management. And of course, you by then were the very top manager at the apex of the company. Why is it, do you think, that you managed to hang on to your job and that there wasn't this sweeping out of an entire generation of leaders?
Well, I'm not someone who's defensive and tries to defend the past. I'm responsible for this company since 8 years. When I took over, we had significant challenges within this company. The liability for Chrysler was one of them, but not the only one. We had quality problems. We had product portfolio was poor. We had design criticism, many things. Together with my colleagues, I addressed all these issues, and today we are a company which is extremely strong, has a very high equity, has a product lineup, which is the most important part, which creates tremendous demand where we can't follow up with our production capacity, and we had a 52% increase in our stock price last year, which is not too bad.